it's just some things you can't do no more, and some places you can't go no more. Some things you say you can't say anymore.
On Bourbon Street or not, but
Corinthians said this is oil. It's probably big. What is bigger than oil? This thing is diamonds. Like, it's like so massive.
Not gonna do this with y'all. Y'all not gonna. This is cyberbullying, right?
Hey, what's going on, bro? How you doing?
I can't complain. I cannot complain. But so they always say I'm not gonna complain because nobody's gonna listen anyway.
Oh, no one's listening at all. You can say it, but no one's listening at all.
We're back. What's going on? Are we in a time warp back to the COVID years? What's going on right now?
Hey, Arthur, a lot has changed since we have sat in this seat kicking it with the Kellys. Arthur, seriously, it's so funny. I bumped into someone I hadn't seen in a while, and we were talking, and they said, are you and your brother still doing the podcast? And I was like, man, so that was a reminder, man. We got to get back in the saddle, man.
So then even though humble beginnings, small beginnings, we're not, we don't have a large following or anything. But I will say this: the followers that we did accumulate over the 2 seasons that we did. I was just a couple of weeks ago, someone said, are you still on a podcast with your brother? And it's kind of hard. It's like, yeah. So the question, where you been?
Where you been? Yeah.
Life be life, and that's what
life is gonna life regardless. Life is gonna go on, man. But I'm just so thankful, man, Arthur, how Kicking It with the Kellys started. Literally, you called me on a Saturday.
Yeah.
When I was laying down, because Saturday is my rest day.
Yeah.
They say you should rest. So I was
on that day he rested.
Yes, you got to rest for your labors.
Yeah.
So I was rested, and you said, "Hey, man, let's get on live and let's have a session." And literally, that's how Kicking It with the Kellys began. Like 15 minutes later, I put on a shirt, where you can dress up just from the top up. I put on a shirt and we sat down. And then through that, I think about the guests that we had come on. I think about folks like Mike. What's up, Mike? I think about folks like Dr. Bobby Banks. I think about our childhood friend Angela Carson. I think about Dr. Victor Clark that we had on. I think about Chico, Officer Evans.
Officer. We had Dominic Major Wilson on.
We had Major Wilson on, in uniform.
Yeah.
We
had now Corinthian. We speaking like Mike. We had some talk show, some podcast hosts, Amber Ivy, Mike Robinson. Goodness,
folks doing some amazing things. So it's a blessing when you have. Oh, I'm sorry. We also had one of our most memorable guests. One of our most memorable guests that literally almost made us go viral. When she was on.
But honey, I'm sorry.
Oh, I forgot. Let's start over. Look, we was gonna start over at the show.
Yeah.
We was gonna start over at the show, like that, and hopefully she's gotten her ring light fixed.
Yes, that's great. She got hopefully up right now. She's shining.
Yeah, but it's been so cool, and we've just been having conversations I remember when we had the Remedy Room on, I remember we was in contract disputes for a little bit, and then we was gonna get a new co-host and all that kind of stuff. We made it through that,
Listen, and for those who were our Remedy Room followers, pray, keep those prayers going. We're in contract negotiations, and there might be something coming out. Something coming out soon. But keep us in your prayers. Corinthians, it's 2025 is almost over.
Man.
And we are literally back on this stage.
Wow.
And I'm almost taken aback right now because, when you start something, I watched a podcast with Kev on Stage.
Yep.
And pretty much he said that when he started out Humble, but he had committed to a certain amount of shows that he was going to do. If it folds, it folds. But I'm going to commit to do this amount of shows. And whatever happens, wherever the chips may fall, that's what's going to happen. And he stuck with it. And I think that me and you, even just logging on that Saturday, we committed to something, to do something, and to just talk, whether it's a fireside chat, whether we're bringing people on with different professions and everything. But we stuck to it. And even though that time has lapsed in between that, I believe that commitment still stands. So
absolutely. The only thing I'll add to that, Arthur, biblical, it's do not despise humble beginnings.
Oh, yeah.
So just that, the importance of being faithful over the small things.
Yeah.
And if you approach small things with the same diligence, I think about performers, how you perform for 5,000 people should be the same way you perform for 5.
Oh, I love that.
Right. It's so important. Like, you don't want to shortchange anyone. It's just like, in customer service, when the customer comes in, like whether it's 100 people or whether it's 2 people, you want to operate with the same level of excellence. So I said that to say, I see that in the work we are attempting to do and attempting to continue to do. So,
yeah. And I'm so glad you just said that. Thank you, Mike. You guys spark conversations that's y'all superpower. I appreciate that. And for those who, believe that we have something to say and can rock with what we're saying, we definitely want you to tune in, follow, like, and share. Just come kick it with us. And we're going to have an open conversation. We're brothers. And if we shared a room up until we left for college.
Absolutely.
A lot of conversations were had. And then there were times that we didn't talk. I didn't want to. We shared.
Yeah, we did. And there was times we talked with our fists too. We was in there rope talking in love. We was
Napoleon complexes we had and all those things. But Corinthian, I'm glad you just mentioned that, speaking to that one as if there were 1,000 in the room. And I had to catch myself doing that. And, when I do speaking engagements or something like that, it doesn't matter if it's only 2 people there. I want to present the same level of speech that I would if there was a huge audience. And I don't want to cheat anybody. And sometimes it's not about you. If you were assigned to do something, or you're on assignment for a reason. And that one person could change your whole life. That one person, you can change their whole life. And so I'm glad you did say that.
Yeah.
Hey, Bill, what's up, man? Hey, listen, Bill, I appreciate you, man. Listen, you're going in my book. I'm letting you know that right now. Hey, anytime, Bill. Anytime you need me, I'm your guy, man. I got you. Oh man. Listen, Corinthians. So we've been away. It's been a lot that has happened.
Wow.
In your life, in my life, in our family's life.
Yeah.
Man, oh my goodness, can blow your mind.
Wow.
I don't even know where to start with you because, Corinthians, you got so much. Listen, I'm gonna tell you right this. If y'all didn't know, I'm in Chesapeake, Virginia. Corinthian is in Wichita, Kansas. Okay. Yes, my older brother, Daryl, and his wife, Jackie, Judge Kelly.
Judge Kelly. Yeah, that happened too. Yes, sir. The honorable
Judge Kelly. My brother, we if y'all didn't know, just a quick little backstory. My older brother went to Old Dominion University. I also went to Old Dominion. I auditioned to get into the band, into the music program at ODU. I almost went into the Marines, guys. I had auditioned for the Marine band, and they were about to ship me off. I ended up getting a music scholarship to Old Dominion, right? So I chose to go to ODU. The military was very mad at me. Corinthian can attest to that. I ended up going to ODU, but when I auditioned to Old Dominion, I stayed with Daryl in his dorm at Whitehurst. I immediately fell in love. He showed me around. I met everybody, met some people, that I'm still friends with to this day. And I ended up majoring in music, ended up changing my major in communications. Corinthian, he's the genius of the family. He was right behind me. He ended up going to Virginia Tech. Okay. Hey, honey. He ended up going to Virginia Tech, Heidi Tidy's Corps Cadets, but he was not able to be commissioned because he has asthma, right?
Mm-hmm.
My younger sister, Veronica, also went to Old Dominion. So three of us went to ODU. He's the only one that went to Tech. But I will say this. My brother, once he graduated, he joined the Air Force. And he got stationed out in Wichita, Kansas. Corinthian graduated from Tech. A lot of things happened at Tech. That one that we will talk about, hopefully one day, is the shooting at Tech. You were an eyewitness. You were there actually at ODU. I was working in the admissions office the year that this happened, and I happened to be watching on the news. I ended up calling my brother, and he was still in his dorm. And I end up calling you saying, hey, man, there's something going on in your game. You might have already heard, but I could see it. And you were just about to go out.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, I was about to go to class. Yeah. And we see, that's it, man. We could go. Look, that could be the whole episode right there. It was a lot. It was a lot that day. And I'll share that. Share that story at an appropriate time.
Yeah,
but thankful
we have to do an episode on that. Episode. So I guess that means we coming back.
I guess we got to. Got to.
Well, quickly, Daryl Air Force moves out to Wichita. Corinthian is working in Baltimore, Maryland after he graduates. He's director of a program there, higher achievement.
We came down. Look, we came down to ODU. You, Arthur. Remember we did the college visit down there, and you met us there when you were still working in admissions. Like,
yeah, man, y'all came and did a tour. Y'all, oh man, y'all ate in the diner.
We ate in the diner. Yeah.
All right, so he was working in the higher achievement Maryland. My brother was gaining insight. All right, now my sister. Went to Old Dominion. She's younger than I was working in admissions. I admitted her. Don't
hey, boy. Hey, a ram in the bush. Hey, boy. Hey,
so she had the grade. She was good.
Yeah. Oh, absolutely.
But, absolutely. I was admissions counselor. I admitted. She went to ODU, graduated. My sister-in-law was going to law school. All right. And they had 3 kids. and my sister-in-law asked Veronica to come to Wichita. Hey, you just graduated from college. Yeah, you don't have to pay no rent, no nothing. Just come help me with the kids while I'm in law school. And my sister goes. Shortly after, hold up. Somebody said, "Oh, let me show this, Corinth. I'm sorry." To lighten the mood, Corinthian, I missed it.
Oh man, hey Bill, hey, we're gonna talk offline, Bill. We're not gonna speak on the Virginia Tech
y'all, man.
Hokies football season.
But y'all got the Corinthian. Something just had happened for y'all that is going to be very good for y'all.
We're excited. We're excited about the new revelations and new head coach and leadership, at Tech. But also to Bill's point, shout out to ODU and what y'all have done with the football program. I remember, Arthur, taking it back. I remember going to the first game when y'all you invited me, got me tickets up in there. So we were at Coleman. Was it Coleman Stadium? Is it called Coleman Stadium? Foreman Stadium. We were there. When you kicked off the inaugural season again. So it's just amazing how ODU has recruited the Tidewater area and brought talent there, because that's big.
They're going to a bowl game, and they have their final game against Georgia State this Saturday. Yeah. And we over 10-win season. That's what we're looking for, and looking to go somewhere. We're going bowling. Now I don't know what Tech is doing, but
no. We're actually going bowling, like to a bowling alley. Like we're not going.
Y'all going to spare land.
Yeah, we're going to we're going to top lanes. That's what we're doing. So, yeah.
All right. So Veronica moves out to Kansas to help. Corinthian, you're working higher achievement.
Yep.
But you want to continue on with your master's.
Yep.
And Daryl is just like, hey man, you should just come out here, live with us. You don't have to pay no rent, and you can go to Wichita State and get your master's.
Yep. Hey, so I'll pick up there. I'll tie this story in a bow. So I had just finished 8 years with the Higher Achievement Program, working in youth development, working with 5th through 8th graders, in an after school and summer setting, in goal, get our students into their top choice high school. So I had spent 4 years in Baltimore, and then got a promotion and spent close to 4 years in Richmond, Virginia, Northside Richmond, Virginia. I got to a point where if I knew I wanted to progress in my career, I had to go back to school. So I took a leap of faith. I said, I'm going to not renew my contract with Higher Achievement, and I'm going to go to grad school. Well, I was looking at grad schools on the East Coast. Mm-hmm. And my brother, again, like Arthur said, was stationed in Wichita, Kansas. My little sister had moved out here, working in the school system in Wichita. And my brother said, man, you should consider coming out here to visit Wichita to see the campus, right? I'll set you up with some professors so you can see it. So I visited Wichita in the summer of 2017. And when I saw the campus, and when I saw the Innovation Campus, and Innovation Campus is where they have industry right next to the university, I said, this is the place for me. So in November of 2017, I packed up my Toyota Corolla, which I call Stokely Carmichael.
Oh, there we go.
Yeah, my car is called Stokely Carmichael. Kwame Ture, those historians, he changed his name. And I drove, Arthur, I actually left your house. I stayed at your house so I could see the boys before I left out. I drove from Chesapeake, Virginia. I did it in 2 stints. I drove from Chesapeake to Louisville, Kentucky. Then I drove from Louisville, Kentucky to Wichita, Kansas. It's 23 hours in total drive time. And I arrived in Wichita, Kansas, and outside of marrying my wife, Dr. Latasha Ely Kelly, moving to Wichita was the best move that I've made. I can't tell you how blessed I've been, not only to be here, but it's the people, being around family, seeing my nieces and nephews grow and do amazing things, being able to work and collaborate with my oldest brother Daryl, my little sister Veronica, my sister in love, the Honorable Judge Jackie Kelly. I mean, God is good.
God is good, Corinthian. And you know what? Picking up, you had that Abraham. You didn't know where you knew where you were going, but you didn't know you didn't have a job out there.
Oh no. It was a total leap of faith. And shout out to our little sister Veronica. Veronica got me my first job in Wichita, Kansas. This how full circle it is. Veronica was working in the school system, Wichita Public Schools, USD 259. And I moved out here. The only thing I knew was I was going to grad school in January of 2018, and I had a place to stay because I was living with Daryl, Jackie, and their family. They had a room for me. That's the only thing I knew, right? And then I also knew I still had bills and I needed to work somewhere, right? So when I first moved out here, when I tell you I applied to everything, man, I applied to Uber. Uber still ain't got back with me. Costco, I applied to so many jobs, Arthur, within that first week that I was here. And I wasn't getting any callbacks, right? And then I reached out to my sister because she was in the school system at a little early childhood center. She was a paraeducator there. I asked Veronica, I said, Veronica, can you email introduce me to your principal there, because I just want to meet with her to ask if there are any volunteer opportunities, just to see if I can get my foot in the door by volunteering. And this is how awesome my little sister was at this particular school. The principal emailed me back and said, your sister said that you want to meet with me to hear about employment opportunities. Oh, no, to meet about volunteer opportunities. But she said, if you work anything like your little sister, we would love to have you on our team. Can you come in for an interview tomorrow? And I said, Principal, hey, I can come in there in 45 minutes. Like, I was like, man, I don't work anywhere. I was like, I got nothing but time. And I came in for that interview. I got hired to be a peer educator. So I worked with my little sister for the next 3 months at Little Early Childhood Center. She was in a classroom. I was in a different classroom. Fast forward.
Hold on, Corinthian. See, because what the people see, honestly, it needs to be more people logging on right now, because I don't think that they're going to understand the shift. Now, you just said that your a little sister, she's not little.
Yeah. Veronica's an adult. Yeah, Veronica about to be 30, about to be 36 or something.
No woman got you your first job in the school system.
Absolutely.
In Kansas. You had just moved there. This is 2017.
This is 2017. Yes, sir. Yeah.
And so that means you've been in Kansas for how many years?
So I've been in Kansas since 2017. So going on 8 years now.
Going on 8 years.
Yeah.
All right. Now, Corinthian is about to do a sermon within a story. So I need everybody to gather around. And I'm being serious. Y'all don't want to miss this. See, you got an amen corner right now.
Oh man.
but can you just explain just one more time for the people that's on? And if you're not on, I need you to share this stream with your friends, with your family, with your sons, with your daughters, with your nieces, nephews, with anybody that's aspiring to be something, anybody that has a will, anybody that has something that they've been praying for, anybody that has something they have been asking God for. I need you to get somebody on this stream right now. I'm just, and this is not a pay-per-view stream. This is not this is not TBN. I'm not trying to prophesy something to you right now, but this is real, and this is really what God can do for you, and how he can show you things in the small things.
Wow. Yeah.
In the small things. Remember what I just said. My little sister Veronica got him his first job in what district, Corinthian?
Yeah, Wichita Public Schools. So USD, Unified School District 259.
USD 259, Wichita Public Schools. All right,
So
that was in 2017, everybody.
2017, my first job in Wichita, and I was so thankful for. And so when I say that, my little sister's work ethic got me my first job in USD 259. So I want to make that clear. It's because of how she worked, it opened the door for me. So fast forward, right? Working at Little Early Childhood Center, and because I had applied to so many jobs my first week here, one of those jobs I applied to was Wichita State University for their TRIO program.
Yeah.
This shout out to my big brother, Daryl, because he told me my first week, he said, if you work at the university, they pay for grad school. So
Yep.
I said, I'm going to apply. Well, 3 months later, the university called me back for an interview with TRIO Educational Opportunity Center program. It's a federally grant-funded program working with adults or non-traditional learners interested in going back to school like myself. Well, the blessing is if you work for the university, they do tuition assistance. So I had saved up just enough money to pay for my first semester of grad school out of pocket. So that was literally all the money that I had. I was thankful because I didn't have to pay rent living with Daryl. So I had just enough to pay for that out of pocket. And when I tell you, the next thing, I got hired by the university and they paid for grad school for me. So I would have been paying out of state tuition because I hadn't lived here for more than a year. And by working at the university, they paid for my master's degree in public administration. Actually, to be honest, I came out here for a master's in criminal justice because I saw how youth, especially in Baltimore, were getting a short end of the stick in the system. So I initially tried criminal justice. I switched over to public administration because I felt like I could have broader impact. So by working at the university, I was able to get my master's degree in public administration and 3 graduate certificates, which you might see hanging on the wall behind me. One in city county management. You see him? Okay. All right. I'm trying to keep up with you. I got graduate certificates in city county management, nonprofit management, and public finance. And this was on the university's dime, which was a blessing. So I had saved up just enough for that first semester, and I had taken that leap of faith moving out to Wichita, but God handled the rest. So I graduated in 2021 with my master's in public administration. After I graduated, I was blessed to get a graduate fellowship, a management fellowship with the Sedgwick County Manager's Office. One of my childhood dreams was to work in a city manager's office. Yeah. I got a chance to work out of the county manager's office, which had administration in 20 cities in Sedgwick County. I got to learn, work with some awesome people, meet all of our awesome county commissioners, our electeds, relationships that I still leverage today. So it was a true blessing. In that, after I did my year fellowship, I got a call from my former supervisor that works at Wichita State University with the Public Policy and Management Center. And she called me and said, the assistant city manager said, I need to hire you for this position that I have. And I literally hadn't applied. She called me. We met for lunch. She said, you would be a great addition to our team. I interviewed with their team and got hired to be a access and engagement program manager with the Public Policy and Management Center at Wichita State. And again, like I said earlier, when you work for the university, they pay for school. So I started another master's program. So I'm working on a second master's in human resource management. I'm not paying a dime for it. The school was paying for it. So I have a couple more classes I need to take to get that second master's in human resource management. Wow. But it was a blessing because I was doing strategic planning work, working with local government, working with state government, working with nonprofit organizations and everyone in between doing community outreach. That position, I did that for close to 2 years. I get another call by my former supervisor with the Stand Together Foundation. He calls me and says, there are 3 people in community that said, I need to hire you for this position, the Stand Together Foundation. Before he called me, I had never heard of the Stand Together Foundation. Yeah. Stand Together got started by Charles Koch in the early 2000s that does philanthropic grant making work across the nation. So Stand Together works in all 50 states. And I had the privilege of being a community initiatives manager, vetting investments and making recommendations to fund work that was happening in community, which was a true blessing because community work can't happen without capital. Right. You can have great ideas and things like that, but the question is who's going to pay for it? Right. So when you're able to work in a funder and be able to help elevate great work that's happening in community, that was a blessing. So all that led me to my current position now, the full circle. So the same thing happened again, Arthur. I got a call from my current supervisor now, and he said, folks in community said, I need to hire you for this role. So I started with Wichita Public Schools as a para-educator and working with pre-K students. Yeah. And now I currently serve as the director of partnerships and belonging for Wichita Public Schools, which is the largest school district in the state of Kansas. We serve over 45,000 students. There's 117 languages spoken in USD 259. And I feel blessed because USD 259, Wichita Public Schools is paying me to be me. It's paying me to partner with the same community organizations that I've been working with, some folks that I've been funding before to set our students up for success and make sure all of our students are future ready. So, my testimony, my journey, being faithful over the small things, 1, and then 2, what I've discovered in my professional journey, the importance of relationship, task, relationship. Wow. Right? It's the relationships, it's the meeting people, it's the getting to know what people do, it's the thinking about how me working together in a team. And what I mean by team, I see that as the acronym, together everyone achieves more. Yeah. When you have that team mentality, everybody wins, right? So that's been my whole career. That's what the Lord has blessed me with. And now I'm using that, leveraging that to set all of our students up for success. So
Corinthian, let me make sure I'm understanding you. You're saying that my little sister got you a job with Wichita
public schools.
Public schools.
Yep.
Same district.
Same district.
And now you are the director. So you're in the like the downtown school building.
Yes.
You were working with preschool, and now you're in.
Arthur, I was a part-time para when I moved out here in 2017, and now I work out of the administration building. It's called AMAC, the administration building with the superintendent, my supervisors, the deputy superintendent, all the district leadership is the building that I work out of, and my department, blessed with an awesome administrative assistant that helps us, and I work hand in glove with our awesome director of family and community engagement. So it's such a blessing. I'll give another layer. So this is a new role. It's a rebranded role. The role used to be the director of diversity, equity, and accountability for the district, which was the first of its kind. And my predecessor was the late, great Dr. William Polite, who passed earlier this year. This is how God works.
Wow.
Through Stand Together Foundation, which is the funder, we used to fund the work that Dr. Polite was doing in community at his Build and Rebuild Community Resource Hub. Wow. So when I joined Stand Together Foundation close to 2 years ago and saw the work that Dr. Polite was doing in community, I asked my boss, an awesome man, Joe Woodward, shout out to Joe, if I could work out of Dr. Polite's Build and Rebuild Community Center 2 days a week to help him get it stood up. So the role that I'm in now is filling or attempting to fill the awesome shoes that he set up in district. And I used to work with him before I joined the district. So it's, all the players.
We call this a full circle moment.
Full circle. You can't even script it.
It doesn't matter. It's all coming full circle. Yeah. And Bill said something that I just got to read here. If I can find it. He said, let me get that up. He said, almost sounds like there was someone else guiding your steps, leveling the mountains, breaking down the gates of bronze.
Wow. All right, thanks, Bill. I appreciate that. But what I feel blessed, what I feel truly blessed and humbled about is I am operating in my divine purpose.
Yeah, purpose. Ooh.
I'm operating in my purpose now, and I see how all the steps prepared me for this moment. I'll make it even.
Mm-hmm.
So favor ain't fair, right?
Yeah, right.
This is how this another layer how God works. When the district called me for this position, deputy superintendent called me. He got my number from my oldest brother, Daryl. So they were in a meeting, and Daryl, who works as director of business partnerships for Kansas Leadership Center, he's doing awesome things, not only in the state of Kansas, but in the region and across the country. So he's in a meeting, and they're talking about, we need to find candidates to fill this position. And Daryl says to them, like my sister said, in 2017, have you talked to my brother? So literally, he said, can I get your brother's number? So that's how the train started for my
Listen,
position
see,
now.
everybody, they trying to get me to come out to Kansas, but I'm not clicking my heels toward. But listen, all I can, man, I'm just seeing excellence all over, Wichita, and what y'all have brought to that city, and that in the state of Kansas.
Yeah.
It's I think it's time to well, Kia, if you say it.
I love it. Look, Arthur, I ain't even told you the best part. So you notice the hat that I have on now, right?
Yes.
This hat says "Read Banned Books."
But see, correct. See,
yeah, I'm skipping ahead.
But look, see, it's so much to unpack.
It's a lot, Arthur. Arthur, we could be here for a real long time.
We've been gone for so long. No, Corinthian, are we gonna have to do it?
Oh no, we have to. No, we have to. Hi, honey.
Jesus.
Thank you so much for tuning in. So Arthur,
Ely Kelly, hey.
Arthur, look, Arthur. This is it gets better, Look how the song say it get better, is it gonna get better? So, Arthur, literally this Saturday, November the 30th.
We moving out. No, don't worry. We just gonna move out there.
So this Saturday, November the 30th, my wife, the amazing Dr. Latasha Ely Kelly, who is the founder, the thought leader, the engine behind Left on Red, we will be celebrating our 1-year anniversary literally this Saturday. So for some context, Left on Red, I'm sorry, Sunday. Thank you, honey. So Sunday, Left on Red is the only Black-owned bookstore in the state of Kansas.
Oh, correct.
And through blood, sweat, and tears, and my wife's passion, initiative, walking in her divine purpose, when I tell you, Left on Red, that wasn't even a year old, it's been featured in USA Today.
Oh, look, Corinthian.
Left on Red is on like almost every listing. When it has Black-owned bookstores.
Can you give the Insta? Can we put this in the chat? Can we? Because please drop all the socials for Left on Red.
Oh man!
Right now. I'm telling y'all gotta go. Listen, we've been gone, but I'm telling y'all.
Yeah, it's been a lot. It's been a lot cooking. The work
it's a lot. It's a lot.
We've been in the lab. We've been in the lab. Tasha, you can drop.
And something I want to tell y'all: we're not boasting in our sales right now. This is a God thing.
Oh man,
I'm telling you.
Yeah,
if you're not connected. This is your opportunity to get tapped in.
Yeah, like literally, we can't, like, so much has happened. It's no way in the world we could take credit for it. It's been a God thing, how it's been divinely ordered. The space that Left on Red currently resides is in downtown Wichita, like right across the street from the stadium, like Intrust Bank Arena, like where it's located. I couldn't think of a better place. Tasha, through her work, she's been recognized as the literary champion this year from Storytime Village. Tasha has leveraged literally a national speaker and Miss Stephanie Chung that partnered with us, who presented at the Global Leadership Summit. And when I say she did a feature and partnership with Left on Red, shouted us out, like this lady, was at a conference that it was folks watching it in China, in Malaysia, and like it was a global leadership summit, right? And she mentioned Left on Red, right? Has had a
real
promo
quick, for everybody that's listening, we have the social media handles on. If you're on Instagram, you can go to Left on Red, LEFT on Red .ict at leftonred.ict. If you're on Instagram, if you're on Facebook, you can go to let me find it really quickly. I just want to get these handles out. Okay, at Left on Red on all platforms. I mean, so y'all understand that. Left on Red on all leftonred.ict on all platforms. Please follow, like, share. If you know anyone, any Black authors that have written a book, it doesn't matter if it's a child, they are featuring. If you're an author, if you 5, 6, 7 years old, and you have written a book, they are featured. If you are looking to get your book in consignment, they will feature your stuff in the store. They'll sell. If you need information about publishing, they got you. They work. I'm telling you right now. It's your moment to tap in. And as my brother Corinthian said, the only Black-owned bookstore in the state of Kansas.
Yeah, we're so proud, humbled, honored, by that. But it's bigger than just us, right? And folks got to know why we call it Left on Red. So my wife, who's the smart one in our household, Dr. Ely Kelly, is also a professor of African American studies, and she said in the literary space, Black authors of color, their voices have been left on red in the literary space. So if you're familiar with text message language, if you leave somebody on red, that means you're ignoring them. And my wife said that our voices, our perspective, our story has been left on red in the literary world, and we're trying to flip that on its head. So you're going to see in Left on Red, our voices told by us, centered, elevated everywhere in the store. That's the whole goal. And my wife's brilliance, she wanted to have a consignment program where authors that were just starting out, that might not have their book in Barnes and Noble, they can have an opportunity to be in a brick and mortar building. They can have a book talk there. They can sign with us, and we want to elevate authors, local authors. We have authors consigned in our store from Georgia, from Maryland, from Texas, and we want more, right? So that's the whole goal. But I'll land my plane here. Arthur, it's so important, like bringing it full circle from a youth development standpoint. I'm a firm believer that today's readers are tomorrow's leaders.
Ooh,
so the literacy,
you're just dropping so many gems right now.
today's readers are tomorrow's leaders. So the literacy, especially in our community, if you look historically, it was illegal for us at a time to read. Right. I mean, illegal, right, for us to read. Like for teaching slaves to read, you could have been killed back in the day, right? There's so much information that's in books. So having books by us, telling our stories, from fiction to nonfiction, our creativity, our genius on paper, is something that needs to be elevated. So,
Corinthian, you just said left on red, and you said reading. I'm going to read this comment, and we have so much to talk, so many blessings and everything to talk about. I just wanted to read this comment. Arthur, just remember there would be no Coach Kelly method without a little push from a Chesapeake, Virginia resident who thought you'd be a great coach of a club basketball team.
Wow.
You're not going anywhere. But man, listen, I want to tell you. Listen, I have so many stories. It's so much going on.
It's so much going on.
but Bill, I want to say thank you. You don't even know what you sparked in me, and you were a godsend. And I appreciate everything. And I'm being so sincere when I say that. What you sending me and telling me and saying, hey, you should do it. It sparked something that I can't even I can't even tell. God has been good. I'm gonna tell my story a little bit later. But God has been good, and I'm acknowledging that. And sometimes you try to go ahead of the Spirit, you try to run ahead of what God, but you gotta really let Him order your steps.
Yeah.
If you don't, you're gonna be stepping and He gonna be behind you. But we want Him to go before us.
Yeah. Oh, absolutely.
Before you, who can be against you? So
absolutely.
We want Him to go before us, and He's gonna He's gonna make all the paths straight. He's gonna fix all the potholes.
Yeah.
He gonna put the fence, so you can just be walking right into your purpose, into the vision. And I'm telling you, if you let Him do it, everything is going to work out. But when you try to do this thing on your own and just think, I'm educated, I can do this, I know how to speak. That's you trying to do it. And I'm telling you, you're gonna fall into a ditch. But if you let Him do it, the ditch is gonna be paved over.
Absolutely. Arthur, you spot on. You spot on. And I would also add, in the midst of your waiting, you're praying, you're praying, all that. In the midst of that, you still need to be present and purposely productive in your purpose. So, like what I'm saying, in the meantime, between time, until you get to that destination where you're going to get to, there's things that you can do right where you are. Right. So, like that's the whole point. Like, in my time when I was still a para, I was still volunteer mentoring.
Yeah.
Because that's something I could control. Like I didn't have no job. I could do something, right? Yeah. So I was still doing that, right? All those kind of things. So that put me in line of relationships that I still use today, right? It gave me the experience and the visibility in community to where I'm getting the calls, and it's like, man, folks said they need to talk to you. Well, it's because I was serving on this board, or it's because I was volunteering here. You know what I'm saying? So the point I'm trying to make is sometimes we think that the destination is where we need to be acting. You need to be acting all along the journey, right? Mm-hmm. So it's a journey that we're going into. It's, when it says eyes have not seen, ears have not heard, right? That is so, like, I'm not even at the end point of where I am, going to be. I know that. But all along this journey, it's things that I have to be doing. I'm not saying I should be doing. It's things that I feel obligated to do. Like, I'm obligated to be doing youth development work. Obligated. Like, it's no opt out for me. I gotta volunteer. I gotta mentor. I gotta pour, because you know, like I know, Arthur, you know, we come from great stock. It was instilled in us.
Yeah.
So if we don't share it out, how do we know?
Correct. Oh man, you just shared. Listen, I'm really not trying to. We just been going. So it's like, I guess I understand what they say. It's like fire, shut up. I'm telling you, while you were just talking about this, and again, I'm not talking about myself. I'm looking back at this COVID biz. Now, my brothers that we talking about, Daryl and Corinthian, they had been in the 40 under 40 business journal in Kansas. I'm like, they just moved out there. How they featured in the 40 under 40, and they was doing all these great things. And remember, I told you that, you know, he has to go before you, right? And I'm at this point, I'm doing rec. I'm just coaching rec now. But you know something, if you can't handle the little thing, how can God give you something more? And you have just proved that today. You start at the para, now you're the director. Well, with this COVID last year, I was honored in the COVID Business Journal. I didn't nominate myself. Somebody nominated because they saw me working in the community. And now I have a 40 under 40, just like my brothers in Kansas. And it's something that I didn't do. I didn't write them to say, can you put me in the journal or anything like that? But it was God's doing. Yeah. And I just, for anybody that's listening today, my wife says it best. Comparison is the thief of all joy. Yeah. It will steal your joy. Yeah. Do what God has intended for you to do on this earth. And I'm telling you, everything is going to work out. You might fall, but he'll pick you right back up.
Absolutely, Arthur. The only tweak I would add to that is do what God has graced you to do.
Right? I'm writing that down.
And what I mean by that is, see, I realized early in my whole journey and growing up with awesome, amazing siblings. Like my siblings is like they're role models for me. I look up to my brother Arthur. I look up to my oldest brother Daryl, and I look up to my little sister Veronica for what she does. Arthur said comparison is a thief of all joy. Arthur's gifting of being able to speak, articulate, get up, like be a master of ceremony, like that's not something that Arthur even have to practice for. Like he's graced to do that. And I've seen it with my own eyes. Arthur, we was in the same program and Arthur had to be the jet speaker. And I saw Arthur write down the speech on a napkin, like before, like I'm talking about like a couple minutes before, and got up and got like a standing ovation. And I'm like, man, Arthur. So I took away from that you're graced to do that. Right? That wasn't hard for you to do. That's just what you do, right? So when you try to operate outside of your grace and look at someone else, and it's easy for them to do it, you know, and you look at it and you look at him as like, man, they make it look so easy, and you think you can do it and you ain't been graced to do it. Like it's like you have to find out what your gifting is, what your grace is, and hone that. Like, so I know the Lord has graced me. I'm a strategic thinker. I know that I'm a maximizer. I like things going from good to great. I know that I'm an idea generator and I'm a problem solver. Like that's what the Lord has graced me with. So I lean into that. Right.
Wow.
I know my oldest brother, Daryl is a project manager.
Yeah.
Daryl is an activator. It's once you get past all the talk and all these ideas, you actually gotta do the stuff. So step one is XYZ. Daryl is graced to do that. Like I'm talking about, it's amazing. That's not my gifting. So I don't even try to compete with it. I just say, how can we collaborate?
And if I stand corrected, Daryl said he is going to join us on the show. Correct.
I'm gonna hold him to.
We really do have another brother.
We do got another brother that's about that action. So Daryl don't like a whole lot of talking.
We really do have, and he said he's coming on the show. So I'm telling you,
yeah.
Oh, and you're gonna see him on here. Being great, do what God has graced you to do. Yeah. Well, I didn't know we were gonna hit hard like this, Corinthian. We have so much to talk about. So season 3 has officially kicked off, everybody. We are in it, and we're in it to win it, and we have a lot to say. It's season 3, y'all. And this is season 3. This is not season 4 because we didn't finish. This is season 3. And we have a lot to say. So I do hope that you decide to come kick it with us. You can follow it, like, and share, Kicking It with the Kellys. We are now back in the stages of being active. We didn't market that we were coming back. Nope. You're gonna get what you get, and don't have a fit.
Don't throw a fit. Get what you get. Don't throw a fit.
We busy now. We busy. We got stuff. Corinthian is a direct. When I call Corinthian, I have to talk to his secretary. I can't just get him anymore.
Hey man, hey Arthur, you know you got a direct line. you got a
direct line. Secretary, Corinthian.
Hey Arthur, well, I tell you, it's a blessing. My awesome administrative assistant told me today. She said, you know you can use me, right? And I'm like, man, I'm not used to that level of help, before. So I said, don't worry, get ready. I'm ready.
Corinthian, I want to say this, and I'm gonna say this open to the airway. I started my officiating journey, and Corinthian it's been one of just some ups and downs.
Yeah.
Learning, growing. But Corinthian, I started this it's so crazy that we're doing this today. I finished my class on November 25th of 2024.
Wow.
So it's 1 year today.
Wow.
I have been officiating. And just like with any entry level, you got to work your way up.
Yeah.
And I started, getting games, and I did JV boys, and through coaching, I know the game.
Yeah.
But it's just a different way of looking at the game from start, play developing, start, develop, finish, develop, start, finish. And then you're just looking at different aspects of the court. And today is the 1 year, but in this 1 year, God has been good, and I can't say this enough. If you have a problem with us talking about God all this segment,
I need to log off. Yeah, you let this the wrong podcast.
You need to log off now.
Actually, no, don't log off. Stay on. Stay on. You need it. Get you some of this good medicine.
Yeah, I'm telling you, Corinthian. Within our board, it typically takes you about 3 years to be a varsity official. Yeah. I'm refereeing varsity games now.
Wow. Hey, so Arthur, now look, you said it. Now, for those that have not been familiarized with the Kellys, now we grew up Pentecostal, so we can do this. We can do this all day. But see, what you realize in life, God can put you in the fast lane. And what that means is what took someone else 3 years, 7 years to do.
Thank you, Doc.
When you know who God is and you know who you serve, all that kind of stuff, I mean, God can elevate you in a way that folks look back and say, how do you get here? And then your job is to give credit to whom credit is due.
Yeah.
Point blank period. Right. When as you said that, I'm thinking about, you know, it's always it typically takes somebody, you know, X amount of years to get to this level and stuff like this. Well, I mean, you know, the guy that you serve, the guy that I serve is like, we operate on different timelines. if I'm supposed to be there, he's gonna put me right there, and can't nobody do nothing about it.
Now, Corinthia, you talking? I was talking to a couple of people that I was in the class with, and
y'all doing different games.
You know, no, actually, I want to do.
That's not my experience. That's not my experience. I don't know what to tell you.
I'm on a little different track, but thank you to all the to all my mentors in the officiating arena. I appreciate you for all the opportunities that you have afforded me, and I'm gonna keep like the engine, little engine that could. I think I can. Right? That's the little engine, or that's Thomas the Train? Which one? Somebody tell me.
The little engine that could was I think I can.
I think I can. Okay. Yeah. Thomas the Train was Shining Time Station.
So yeah. I thought Thomas was the one that was always angry. Who was the angry train?
No, it was a bunch of the. But correct, that's the okay. Thank you, honey. The little engine. Okay. Well, Thomas was it Shining Time Station, right? Where they had the little juke, and they had the little.
Oh yeah. You heard the train horn, the whistle, the train whistle. Yeah, I know what you're talking about. And they had faces. The trains had faces.
And they played the little jukebox. The little.
Yes,
I love that show.
Yes, yeah. Now that wasn't what. Now I was more of a Magic School Bus.
Okay.
I was more of a Magic School Bus, Captain Planet kind of educational story, you know, Schoolhouse Rock
in San Diego.
Yeah, oh, absolutely.
Yes.
Yeah. Look, Arthur, I always wanted to, you know, the last final round where you got to put the flashing lights on the song. I was always like, I'm gonna be out after the first two, but still, I just, you know, if they say anything outside of Puerto Rico and Canada, we in trouble. We you know, maybe get South Africa or something.
Yeah. You grew up on Ghost Rider.
Oh yes. Goosebumps, all that. You know, Arthur, you remember when you say Goosebumps, R.L. Stein. You remember the books with the cover that had the bumps on it.
The Scholastic. Now we didn't have no money.
No.
We got to get a free book.
Yes.
And you already know what my my books. The Boxcar Children.
The Boxcar Children. Yes.
I had every edition.
Every one. Yes. And I will say, now this is different from my wife, who is a avid reader. I collected the books. I won't say I read I have them. I won't say I read all of them. I'm gonna just tell the truth. Tell the truth and shame the devil. But we collected them. Oh, we had a massive library.
That massive Corinthian. I just used to love the cover.
Yes, absolutely. The colorful covers. They just look so interesting. I said, man, that is great.
Listen, I'm telling you this right now. Kia said that I always wanted to go on that show along with Double Dare and Legend of the Hidden Temple. Now, we didn't have cable.
We didn't have cable, right? So if it wasn't on PBS, this is basically what I'm saying. If it wasn't Clifford the Big Red Dog, if it wasn't Wishbone, I don't know. When I was in school, when people were saying stuff, I was like, I have no idea. Like none. Like y'all have nice living.
See,
Like
when we went over our grandma Kelly's house, we got the cable.
We got exposed to that.
Island, and we was at Nickelodeon. We was able to see from that.
I saw Doug. Look, I saw Doug for the first time at my grandma Kelly house. Prior to that, I had no idea who Doug was. You know, if it wasn't Barney, if it didn't come on PBS,
Gadget, you know, Inspector Gadget, Sailor Moon, Inspector Gadget.
If it did, did you look Pokemon? If it wasn't Power Rangers, if it didn't come on Saturday morning cartoon, you know, on the regular stations,
yes.
We didn't see it. Yeah, I don't know about Tales from the Crypt. I don't know about any of that stuff, you know. So it's that kind of thing.
Yeah.
Arthur, what's the Hey Dude and what was that ranch? It was a ranch like Keenan and Kel. It was some kind of rant like
no, Kia. We know. No, listen. No, wait. Wait, we know the bank. I'm telling you, we had TGI Friday.
Oh yes. Oh, Full House.
Full House.
Step by Step.
Yeah. We know Topanga. I was in love with Topanga.
Arthur, you remember what's the lady from the Wonder Years? Winnie. Do you remember Winnie?
From the Wonder Years?
Yeah.
The Wonder Years was like MASH to me.
It was like MASH. Arthur.
When it came on,
it was because the black and white. It was like the black and white. I got you, Arthur. Arthur, you remember Coach? You remember Coach. Or Frasier or stuff like that. That's how it was. Look, it was just some things that I just watched the opening song.
Yes.
And then I just cut it off. Cheers is one of those. I always listen to Cheers.
I know Friends was popular and all that.
Couldn't get it.
Now we had to watch them because it was.
That's it. That's all we had. We didn't have options. Yes, absolutely. Yeah. So I listened to MASH song and then cut it off. I couldn't
but one song that I did love and I watched the whole show, the A-Team. I'm talking about.
Absolutely.
Hannibal.
Yes. Face.
And Mr. T.
Mr. T. Face. All of yes.
Yeah, I had to watch the A-Team.
Yeah. I almost wanted a black panel van because of that. Yes.
And MacGyver. MacGyver, we watched MacGyver, man.
Look, Arthur, if we go in there, Matlock.
Oh, okay.
I can watch Matlock. And look, within the first 5 minutes, you know who
you already know,
but you still need to watch it. Ben Matlock today, Columbo.
Yeah, Columbo. I like Perry Mason too.
But see, Perry Mason, you actually had to really think. it was a lot going on in Perry Mason. Or there was so much going on in Perry Mason, like it was a real show, right? So yes, all in the heat of the night.
Corrected.
You know. So.
Corrected. In the heat of the night, just did it, that changed the whole game for us. I didn't. I'm gonna tell you something. I did not necessarily like Murder, She Wrote, but I could watch it.
Murder, She Wrote. That's a good. What about Diagnosis Murder?
Diagnosis Murder. I could watch that.
Arthur. Okay, this gonna age us. You remember Rescue 911?
Rescue 911. William Shatner.
William Shatner. So Rescue 911 and then Unsolved Mysteries.
His voice, correct?
No, you had to have all the lights on. We had to have all the lights on when we watched it. Absolutely.
Oh, Corinthian. You just brought me back.
Yeah.
Unsolved Mystery. But I'm gonna take it. So my dad was a big Alfred Hitchcock fan.
Yep.
And I, and so the Birds, Woman
man.
on the Train,
Yeah.
Invisible Man, correct. Who said that? Kid said I never watched Unsolved Mysteries. I turned it immediately. Yeah, correct.
Scared.
No, that's good because you would have been up all night. You would have been up all night.
Yeah.
But she just brought up some. I forgot what I was just talking about, but I did want to say
Alfred Hitchcock. You was talking about Alfred Hitchcock.
So Alfred Hitchcock, we watched his stuff. But I will say this. Pee Wee Herman.
Yep.
Garfield.
Yeah. Oh, yes. Yes.
Now who did the Lamb Chops? This is the song that will never end. What was that from?
It was called Lamb Chop Sing Along. Shit. What was her name? Sally?
Yeah, but what show was it out of? Can somebody help me with that?
I thought it was called Lamb Chop Sing Along.
Okay, I thought it was like it was from Alf. No, that Alf.
No. No.
I didn't necessarily like Alf, but I did like Vicky the Robot.
Yes. Oh yeah, the strong one that could. But yes, I know exactly what you're talking about. Yes. Yep.
I like Vicky.
Yes.
But yeah, please somebody tell me what that show, because you know how Mr. Rogers, it had the spinoff of the Castle with Friday and all them.
Yes.
But
yes.
I think the Lamb Chop was something from something else too. I don't know. Maybe
Okay.
Maybe I'm wrong. Corinthians show Darkwing Duck.
Darkwing Duck. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
Yeah.
Look, Batman, the animated series.
Yeah.
Superman was animated. X-Men, all those kind of things. We
Inspector Gadget.
Oh, Inspector Gadget. Yeah.
With the DuckTales.
Yes.
Ooh.
Yes. Oh, one of the best. Between that, Darkwing Duck, and then Tailspin.
Tailspin, yes.
Yeah.
I think it was Eureka's Cat. Was that it, Kia? Eureka's Cat? Man, was that okay? What channel?
Yeah, I think that was on cable. See, that's that. Yeah.
Darkwing Duck, the song alone. There you go, Ty.
Yes, Darkwing Duck is top. Yes, it's up there.
It doesn't get any better. Oh my goodness, it doesn't get any better. Then now let's talk about Amen.
Oh, Amen. Good times. Amen. Good times. Sanford and Son.
Yes.
Night Court. Arthur, you remember
Night Court? Oh man, I still didn't understand Night Court.
I still don't. Why were they at court at night? We need to ask Jackie. What I still don't know. Arthur, when we were sick, and we would get chicken noodle soup and saltine crackers, and we would watch The Price is Right.
Bob Barker,
and The Price is Right, and then The People's Court.
Correct. Now I'm gonna be honest with you. I know a lot of you who are listening, if your parents watch all those the daytime soap operas, I turned them off every time they came on.
That was nap time. We was good. Matlock, In the Heat of the Night, Price is Right, in People's Court, and then it was nap time. Anything, Days of Our Life. I've still never finished an episode of Days of Our Life.
Young and Restless.
No.
Oh my god.
Absolutely not.
I can just remember the songs as soon as this.
It was triggering. It triggered
you something.
I used to listen to the song and then cut it right off.
Yes.
Yep. Yeah, that was nap time.
Nap time galore. Monstars. Not Monster. They were the little babies. They had Piggy and Kermit.
Oh yeah. I know who you're talking. Yeah. Gonzo,
all them.
Yeah, yeah.
watched that, and then I'm going to talk about one show in particular, but I want to talk about the Bananas in Pajamas coming.
Oh yes, yes, Bananas in Pajamas coming down the stairs. Absolutely, yeah. Those guys, because their fits was sharp. Actually, the pajamas was nice.
Yeah.
It was actually real.
Muppet Babies. Thank you, honey. I could. They were the Muppet Babies.
They were Muppet Babies. Yes, yes, Muppet Babies.
This show, when these two shows came out, it changed the game. Pinky and the Brain.
Oh, yes.
On was it UPN, I believe.
Yes, it was on UPN. Yes, Pinky and the Brain.
And
yes.
those three
Animaniacs.
Animaniacs. Changed the game, correct.
It changed the game, but also, shows that you appreciate now because of the legendary run that they've had. The Simpsons is one of those shows that has had a legendary run, still running, and it was like satire on what was going on.
And it actually has predicted a lot of things that happened. It's almost like they knew what was going to happen.
They call it a predictive programming or something like that. But yeah.
But Mom didn't let us watch. When things if a curse word came up on the TV,
no,
Mom was gonna say, "Turn that."
Oh yeah, we had to sneak and watch stuff. Absolutely, yeah.
Oh, correct. Yeah. But those were the days. I mean, we had our little VCR and we would watch movies and things.
Wow.
But
VCR.
Love me some shows.
But see, Arthur, you bring us back to the time, like it was a simpler time where you had Blockbuster or Video Update.
Correct.
And 99-cent video night, and you would go rent, a movie and come watch it, or rent a game. Remember, Arthur, you remember when we was growing up, we had two systems behind everybody else. So when everybody had a PlayStation, we had Super Nintendo. And we were so happy and thankful.
We still had Duck Hunt.
We still had Duck Hunt.
And we had one game for a while. It was the Road Runner.
We couldn't get past level 1.
That was the hardest game ever.
Look, that Road Runner's still running. I still haven't got past that one. Arthur, you remember the Power Ranger game we used to get from Amber?
Listen, we used to love going to some Super Kmart, man.
Or Roses, Super K or Roses.
Kmart or Rose. We still have some games on layaway.
On layaway right now.
And then it was Rack and Sack. Rack and Sack had a video game department as well. We would go in there and get games too.
Yeah. Wow.
Those were the days, man. Listen, growing up, not having a lot, you learn to appreciate everything. I'm serious, man. We didn't have none. We shopped at the thrift store, y'all. I'm talking about we could find a shirt in there for 50 cents and chaps.
Yes.
And we put it on, and everybody think, "Oh, y'all." Well, we got it from the thrift store.
Well, that and also having older brothers. Basically, what they wear, you end up wearing, a year later or so, But now, for me, all this stuff was 2 sizes too big for me, but I still put it on.
It was so big, man. I was going back, I looked at some photos. I'm like, I used to be getting extra large and stuff. If I try to put on an extra large to this day,
no. None of us have ever been extra large at any point ever. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. It's just, but those fads, think about some of the fads that the kids have nowadays. They're gonna look back 20 years later and say, what were they thinking? So
our child went. One thing that changed our life was job education training, JET Corps. And it changed our lives because we were able to make our own money. and we were able to, you know, get by things for ourselves, clothes and things. But I'll even go before that. I want Uncle Joe, if you're listening.
Yeah.
We have to give some props to Uncle Joe, my dad's brother, because during Thanksgiving, and speaking of things, that's the segue we needed for Thanksgiving. Yep. And we first want to say happy Thanksgiving to everybody.
Yeah.
We have a lot to be thankful for.
Absolutely.
But during Thanksgiving at Grandma Kelly's house, we would bring our report cards to Uncle Joe, and he championed education. He championed academics. He championed good grades. And if we brought our report cards and, you know, we could see our grades, he would give us money. And Corinthian, that's the honestly at that point, that was the only money we were getting.
Yeah. Yeah.
We didn't get an allowance or anything.
Yeah.
So that was the money we were getting. But and to take it a step further, what we did with that money, Corinthian, we brought our Christmas gifts.
Yeah. Yeah.
With the money that Uncle Joe gave us. And one of the brightest moments I think that I could ever, and I think you can probably agree, was when we bought
when we got that dryer.
Parents a dryer.
Oh, absolutely.
We had never had a dryer.
Yeah.
We were the dryer.
The clothesline. Yeah, you either put it on the clothesline or Soap and Suds. Anyone from my hometown, Newport News, know the laundromat, Soap and Suds.
By Heaven and Earth.
Yeah, by Heaven and Earth, you know, and Chanellos.
Yeah,
and stuff like that. So
we lived in Soap and Suds, man. I that game. What's the
Mortal Kombat. Yeah, Mortal Kombat was there, you know, and for some reason we didn't have enough quarters. You know, you can only play one time.
Well, one time, but then we were acting like we were playing. Correct. If Bale and Blake had to, you know what? They don't even know.
They have no idea.
No idea.
Arthur. They have no idea. See, now I'm gonna say this as we come to a close. Arthur talked about family, and we have so much to be thankful for. We were blessed to have family as well that helped us. Like we didn't get to where we are by ourselves. We had family, aunts, uncles that stood in the gap. But one of the things growing up, I used to be so mad at my oldest brother, Daryl, and Arthur. They used to go stay at my Aunt Betty's house. Now, my Aunt Betty had a Sega Genesis over there. She would take them to go get peach papayas and ice cream and stuff like that. And my little sister and we stayed over my Aunt Frida. Now, all they had was a TV in that back room and an oscillating fan. And when I say the fan that turns back and forth, like that was the game for us. Like it was no saying, like, do you know how you got to figure out and be creative to find something to do with just an oscillating fan and a clothesline outside? Like you got so I learned that once you sing into an oscillating fan, it changes your voice. Like that's the first auto tune like I've had. But you get very creative when you can't. Like this is before iPhones, before screen time, before any of that kind of stuff. So you figure some stuff out, or you go back there and take a nap. Yeah, that's about it.
Yeah, currently we had some. Oh man, I'm just thinking our child. You know, we definitely could write a book, and I think that's something that we should consider since y'all got your own bookstore. But
absolutely.
No, but listen, it's the holidays, it's Thanksgiving, and we have a lot to be thankful for. If you don't have something to be thankful for, what have you been doing? We have a lot to be thankful for, and I hope that you do spend this time with family, friends, and that you that you definitely say thank you to your maker.
Yeah.
Because even if you are going through something, even if you did not have the best year that you wanted to have, if you are sick, if you are hurt, if you lost a job, if you lost a loved one, you're still breathing, and you have a chance to make an impact in someone's life, and someone has the opportunity to make an impact in your life.
Yeah.
Just if you just sit still and watch God do it, God can show you things that you couldn't even dream of.
So I'll put it like this, and I'll land my plane here, Arthur. Someone told me this, and I never shall forget it. All right, they said this statement to me: "You have survived your worst day."
Wow.
So if you're under the sound of my voice and you can hear me speaking, if you think about it in this perspective, you have survived your worst day. Like whatever it was, that hard thing, it did not take you out. And there have been hard things that have taken people out where they're not here anymore. So with that said, you have an opportunity, right? Yeah. You've been graced with the opportunity. And again, if you can hear me, there's folks that are deaf, there's folks that can't see, there's folks that don't have activity of their limbs. So when you think about that in that perspective, in whatever senior year you're in, you have something to be thankful for. So
Corinthian, wow, we're gonna land a plane there. I did want to. There was a death today that is a very notable death of the longest surviving person from the Tulsa, Oklahoma, from Tulsa, Oklahoma, lived to be 111. Corinthian, I know you wanted to share about that.
So again, rest in peace and empower to Mother Viola Fletcher, who was the oldest living survivor of the Tulsa Race Massacre in Greenwood, Tulsa, Oklahoma, known as Black Wall Street. Arthur, what keeps me going and keeps me realizing that I can't get tired. If you are still fighting at 111 years old, that means us at 40 and 39, we can't get tired.
Yeah,
I mean that lady has lived, twice past our age and then some, right? And it still has a passion and fire to right wrongs, to correct injustices. So we have to do our part. I mean, it would be not right for us not to pick up the mantle and move things forward. So
Corinthian, moving things forward. So guys, we're back. We're back, and we're gonna come. We're gonna hit hard. We got a lot to talk about, a lot to be thankful for. We didn't even get to talk about the Million Man March today. That'll be that's gonna be a whole.
Yeah, it's gonna be a whole.
Virginia Tech, Prosum. How do you?
Prosum.
Prosum.
Yeah, that I may serve.
We're going to talk about that. We're going to talk about some ventures that with
the first Gen Print, the Coach Kelly method,
2K,
absolutely, 2KC, absolutely.
We have some stuff to say, and definitely we want to hear from our listeners. If there are any topics that you suggest that we talk about, definitely send it in the chat. Just make a comment, and we'll definitely try to address it. We're looking to bring some guests on. We're back, and we have not solidified the date that we'll be back. But when we pop on, you better click on. When we pop on, click on.
click on, share, and thank you for everyone that hopped on and kicked it with us for a little while. We appreciate that, all the love and support, and the whole goal is, I mean, in a world where if you look on TV, it's pulling people apart, it's folks angry, upset, frustrated. We're trying to bring people together because at the end of the day, we all we got. So,
oh, I love it. Current, I couldn't say it better. Hey, listen. Hey, make sure again when we log on, click on. You can follow, like, and share at Kicking It with the Kellys. Kicking It, KICKIN with the Kellys. Shoot me a message on any of our platforms. We got a lot of platforms right now. We juggling a lot right now. We are juggling a lot. We got. Thank you, Dr. Ely Kelly. Hey, follow leftonred.ict. All social media platforms. You will be blessed. They got merch, books, everything. I'm telling you, Left on Red. Corinthian, it's been a pleasure, sir.
Oh man, love you, bro, man. We're gonna keep swimming, man.
We're gonna keep swinging. Keep swinging. Everybody, y'all have a wonderful and blessed Thanksgiving break. You have a lot to be thankful for. If you had 10,000 tongues, you could not thank God enough. Hey, see y'all next time. Thanks for kicking it with us. You know, it's just some things you can't do no more. And some places you can't go no more. Some things you say you can't say anymore.
On Bourbon Street or not. But
Corinthians said this is oil. It's probably big. What is bigger than oil? This thing is diamonds. Like, it's like so massive.
I'm not gonna do this with y'all. Y'all not gonna. This is cyberbullying.